Well, Ann Coulter, of course, a best-selling author, or you should read her latest book, Resistance is Futile. And if you're looking for other stuff to read during this quarantine, any of her books, if you've missed any of them, just go get any Ann Coulter book. You'll love it. You can check out her new website. It's excellent, AnnCoulter.com. It's got everything up there, a lot of great video, media, all kinds of stuff. Of course, follow her on Twitter, Ann Coulter at Twitter. Ann Coulter, how you doing?
Fantastic. How are you, Mark Simone?
I don't know. I mean, I can't. How much more of this can I take? I gotta go out.
I hear New York is pretty dismal. Do you have nice weather yet?
Oh, the weather is great. That makes it. I guess that's why it's even more frustrating.
No, that's Florida why they should be flinging everything open. We've known this all along. Trump was right. That's why the media won't admit it. Warm weather, it doesn't, coronaviruses generally, and this coronavirus in particular, can't transfer in warm weather. They ought to throw all the restaurants open, have outdoor seating. Everything should be fine, at least for the next 3 months.
Florida is wide open now. The Breakers Hotel. Breakers Hotel opens on Friday. Texas has been open for a couple of weeks. Everybody's fine. Georgia, nobody's gotten no big spike there. Connecticut opened today. You can go to stores. Yeah, Connecticut is open as of right now. You can only have outdoor dining, but indoor will come soon.
Right. Outdoor dining, even old people should be able to go to. Oh, and by the way, the media is hopping mad about Georgia. They're a little ticked off about Florida, too. But I think this is the way it's going to go. Oh, also, same thing with Denmark, where luckily in Europe they don't have to do the opposite of whatever Donald Trump says. They're all lefties in Denmark, but they totally opened up, and suddenly they have the fewest coronavirus cases they've had. It just keeps declining. And I think there's only so much counter-programming the media can pull off. Not only do people have a desire to get back to their lives, but you can't hide the evidence forever that there is not a massive death spiral in Texas, Georgia, Florida, Denmark, and other states. I mean, obviously some people are a little more nervous than others, or they may have comorbidities and they'll stay home, but I think it's going to start opening up just because the media can't lie to us about what's happening.
Now, the Florida governor...
I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, DeSantis in Florida, his numbers are incredible. Number of deaths very low, cases very low. He handled it perfectly. Quarantined just the older people, just the vulnerable, got everything else open. In New York, Governor Cuomo, his numbers are horrifying. How come he gets credit? Why is he the big hero in all this? Just because he does great briefings?
Well, the media like him. I think his briefings are abominable, as you will see from my column this week.
Good.
To pick with him. And I think you should get out of New York. I've noticed lots of people friends of mine are leaving New York, going to Georgia. Never even been to Georgia, but you can rent places for 3 weeks on Airbnb, and they're having a wonderful time. Going to Florida, as you say, hotels are opening up in Florida now. Just leave the red states until this fever passes. And I don't mean the coronavirus. I mean the hatred of ordinary people. It is funny listening to people who don't need to go to some sort of job. The AOCs of the world and influencers saying, "Oh, everybody just stay home." No, some people have jobs actually doing stuff where you have to get up, leave your home, and go there.
Yeah, I love these media anchors and reporters yelling at people, who are out of work and protesting because they're out of work and they can't feed their kids. These are media people. They're all getting paid high salaries and their paychecks weren't stopped. So but they show no empathy. Nobody shows less empathy than Governor Cuomo. He's great with the death number, but he never even mentions that 30 million people's lives got wiped out by this.
Yes.
At least the president opens with that. He always says for 10 minutes, we got to get you back to work. I know you're struggling. We'll get your job back. Governor never even mentions it.
Yes, and I think one of the striking things is when people like Cuomo, and he's one who's done it, and also I've seen these these TV hosts, particularly on MSNBC, what's their cliche? We're going to dig down. We're going to drill down. That's it. Drill down. Oh, I hate these cliches. Anyway, they're going to drill down on a particular story, and they have this phrase they use. These are real lives behind every death, which always makes me think, did you not realize that until someone pointed it out to you? It really is sort of a sociopathic personality. They're like Stalin. Oh my gosh, there's a human behind this death statistic or behind this unemployment statistic.
They never mentioned that for every death, there are 500 people who are put out of work who can't pay their bills from the coronavirus.
Oh, I saw one good thing about the Michigan protests. It always drives me crazy, having been, a long time politico. I don't know if you've noticed this. Whatever event you have, CPAC, for example, not only do you have many wonderful patriotic Americans coming out, well, not anymore. Now it's all the Chamber of Commerce, but the old CPAC. But nutters see this as an opportunity to get themselves on TV and come dressed in, some moronic period costume or something. Just be normal. And that's what I've noticed has been happening at some of the shutdown protests. You have, normal, perfectly lovely Americans making a just and reasonable point. But, you'll have three nuts showing up with their AK-47s, I don't care if they're legal or not, shouting and making a spectacle of themselves. They're utterly narcissistic egotists, and of course that is the one person the media will be taking a picture of, as if that's the whole crowd. So the Michigan protesters have said, this is a freedom rally we're having. This is not a gun rights rally. Please leave your guns home. And I say good for them.
Now, what about the Democrats? Their whole theme is that we're the party keeping you healthy. We're the party that's going to do the right medicals to me. Meantime, their candidate is clearly dying from 8 diseases right in front of our eyes. He's clearly in some medical disaster situation in a wheelchair in his basement.
And every time I see him, I just think to myself, no, the Democrats aren't going to allow this. I don't know how they're going to shiv him, but they're going to. I think the only reason they haven't gently, hooked Biden off the stage yet is they haven't decided whom to replace him with. But as soon as the powers that be settle on that, I can't believe they're going to go into this election, the election of their lifetimes, with this poor, doddering, elder, senile dementia patient.
Some people think the donors who control everything love him. He's the perfect guy because they'll put him in a home and they'll run the country.
Much as the Mitch McConnells and Chamber of Commerce did with Trump. Yeah,
or Bush or whoever.
It's about the same thing. You go out and talk, and we'll actually keep bringing in all the immigrants. Oh, don't remind me. Incidentally, is this done yet? Because I wanted to mention something else.
Oh, we got like 20 seconds. But go ahead.
I was mulling whether I had enough time. No, I wanted to say a few things about Flynn next time. Let's bring it up. I don't care that much about it because, this is what I'll say in 10 seconds left. When Republicans have power, could they stop spending all their time defending themselves from investigations? I know it's unfair. The media and Democrats are going to attack you. But could you get stuff done? Keep your eye on the ball. Reagan won the Cold War even through Iran Gates and a million other things. Keep your eye on changing the country for the better and not just winning investigations. Okay.
I agree. Hey, did you say your column is good? It comes out tonight. It's going to be on Andrew Cuomo?
Good portion of it.
Oh, yes, then this is must read. We are all dying to see this. So go to AnnCoulter.com. She redid her website. It's got great stuff. AnnCoulter.com, video, everything. And get the new column. Follow her on Twitter, Ann Coulter at Twitter. New column comes out tonight. And get her books. Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Good to talk to you, Mark Simone. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care.